coming to you live and coming to about hopefully it's Saturday afternoon, Saturday morning. Um, Depends on what you want. Just in chill mode. Um, we're gonna see what we got. Everybody's talking about Shadua Sanders, so I'm gonna bring that up. So let me bring that one up in just a second. Hope you're having a good day wherever you are out there in the world. We're gonna get into this thing in just a second. What's going on? What's going on? Coming to you live today. We're gonna talk about it today. What's happening? Anybody coming through today? We're gonna talk about Shadua Sanders. I'm just trying to get all my streams out there so people can come on the show. Um, we just talking about Shadua Sanders, undrafted. I got asked. I said, "Does it feel like it's racist? Does it feel like it's wrong?" Hello, how you doing? How you doing? Thank you for coming through. Where you coming from today? Glad to have you live. What's happening? How you doing? How you feeling? How you feeling? Tell me where you coming through. We gonna get into it. And somebody may ask me, well, how can it be? Well, because some people are going to say that he said he was entitled, and they're going to think, well, how come LeBron can get Bronny done? This makes no sense. It's a bad look. It's a bad look, you know. And and FDV in the place to be. FDV in the place to be. I'm shouting out your initials, FDV, because I can't say your last name right. Thank you so much. But Fabio's in the house. Thank you, Astro. Appreciate that. Always welcoming people to come through. Keep on hitting those likes. Feel free to take the poll question. If you're familiar with American football and you know what I'm talking about, you got a comment to say about this. This is a pretty controversial situation with Mr. Sanders. So yeah, yeah, it's pretty crazy. Now I went there. It's been going good. I've been up nonstop. Had to take care of my cell phone business and do some grocery shopping, so I decided to come on live. NBA players do not run the NBA. Who told you that lie? Who told you that lie? If they ran the NBA, um, there would be, how do I say this? There's things that go on that it's not ran by. It looks like it's made to look like they do. It's made to look like they do. I don't see no professional sports where I sit there and think, "Oh, they run it." You say, "You hope I get loads of loser likes." I'm just hoping to get, you know, people come through, balance of conversation. Yeah. But the way I'm talking about Shador is that his last name, it's funny how, like, again, and I did a video, Johnny Manziel, Tim Tebow, Baker Mayfield. They were arrogant, they smug, they had their whole thing. So the double standard. So this is why I mentioned this about Shador. It's a legit question. One thing about being drafted in pro ball, if you halfway show something, you should. I don't have any grandkids. I look that old to you. What's my opinion about what? I don't even know what you mean, Maytel, about that. First of all, I don't look like I'm no grandfather. And second of all, I don't. I respect my followers, and I respect the fact that people know that I talk about a wide range of topics. I'm not limited. We might not always agree on everything, but there's respect at the end of the day, and I respect the audience. I respect all the people that support this channel. I thank them. I welcome them. I embrace them, and I like to keep it honest, and I like to say it through love. And I'm not into no. um I'm not Mr. I'm not. I'm gonna say it like this. I'm not preaching, but at the same time, I'm telling the story. And I'm not gonna sit here. I don't do that. That's a bit too. You gotta have. I don't. No. 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 Don't say that. I have grown people on my channel, so I have to take you off. But I appreciate you coming through. I like to have my channel. It's supposed to be for adults. It clearly says it's not for children. So, mm-mm. Yeah, but you can't be here because I don't want to have that. Now, and I don't use anything, I don't say anything, but this is for adults, though. So you have to be grown to be on my channel. Those the rules. Thank you. Appreciate you uh, how old are we talking? I don't wish people would come on here telling me that they are, when you say this, it sounds like you trolling. I have to ask how old people are before they come on here. I hope you understand. And if you feel the need to say something, it sounds like you're trolling. Obviously, it says that it's adults, and it also is mere geared towards, you know, I don't know who you are, so what's your point? Nobody has to try to act like nothing is genuine. But anyway, when people come on here, please have a conversation if you got something to say. But, you know, you can go. I think you're a troll. Some days you just get trolls. They got nothing else better to do but just sit there and troll you. I do hope. Well, that'll get your butt thrown out of here. Thank you. What's up, Jay Will? How you doing? At least I know somebody is worth their age and their manners is coming on. So thank you. How you doing today? Give me some of your Shannon Sharp talk. I'm waiting. We gonna come alive. We gonna do the 9. We gonna roll because we taking it in 5. I'm waiting for the talk. I'm waiting for the talk. If they had a score to go with Wagner, or to go with Franz and go with Pablo, if they had another piece, it might could happen. But that won't be for another year or 2. That's the only problem with them that I see. They missing, they're missing, yeah. That's it. Because to be honest with you, let me keep it 100. Yep, we think alike. The gap between 3 to 8 ain't that deep. To get up to 2 to 1, you just gotta have 3 deep plus some, bench. So, but the problem with them is they too slow, you know. They gotta have a near flawless game, and they gotta hope that Boston doesn't making shots, and it's too much has to happen. And they still got a fluky win last night because that backcourt looked suspect with that Tatum look, he got that rock. He didn't look like that could have been a backcourt violation. They were very lucky. So if it takes all that to do it, there's a reason why there were tears to this. But I just think that, you know, I mean, would it be nice for the NBA? No, because Orlando's too average. They're an average team. And to be honest with you, none of the lower seed teams look like they're that good. Not like that. Oh, Pablo is nice. And Franz is nice too. Remember, they beat the Lakers because Franz hit that 3 in LA. I don't know if you remember or not. They can shoot that thing. They just slow. They got bad pace and they've had injuries. And their coach just seems like he just kind of winging it. They happy to be there and they really don't have no identity with it. That don't say much. What did I tell you before the series started? I told you that was a bad matchup for them. I tried to tell you. And Ant is coming for Luca because he ain't forgot what last time. Gotta pay. No. Like if you watch my videos, I did a video about um no he ain't. No, he's not. He's not because he's not playing no defense. He can't keep nothing in front of him. And actually, he flawed last night. He's up there trying to take over and he's leaving them behind. Let me tell you the story. You know who the key is in this series? You know who the key is? I'm gonna see if you're gonna ask me who. Because I'm gonna tell you who the key is in this series. And LeBron didn't impress me. He couldn't do nothing down the stretch. He can't play no defense. And for all them points and everything he's doing, it's fueling him, but it's not helping that team. They're stagnant. They ain't playing no defense. And to be honest with you, they lucky they're not down 3-0. Because if Minnesota was about it, like if Rudy Gobert was legit in the box and those guys halfway cared, this series would be over right now. Yeah, but you never asked me who was the most important Laker, though. No, Gobert's problem is that he's strong in the paint. He has to stay on one. I know. You still ain't ask me who's the most important Laker. I'm waiting for you to ask me the question because you're supposed to say who. You ain't ask me. I'm waiting for the who. You need Austin Reeves to come up bigger. Austin Reeves is your answer. That's the only way you're gonna beat the Timberwolves. That's the only way you're gonna beat the Timberwolves. I don't care if LeBron puts 40. I don't care if Luca puts 40. If Austin Reeves doesn't come pushing 25, 30, you have no hope. He's your only and he is your only asset that can go in and out against him. LeBron ain't gonna do it all night. Luca ain't gonna make that. He making tough shots. You're asking a lot. Do you see the shots that they making? Top of the line threes and all that? You spending energy. You're getting beat. Austin Reeves got to find a way to get 25, 35. They got to get him going. If they don't, they're going to be done. I don't like this. I don't if I don't like this series for him. A quiet 20. And before that, what did he put up the night before that? 17 and 15. He can't guard and he can't keep up with those guys. And he has to score 25 to 30. You didn't hear what I said. He has to average 25 in this series for you to win. This is a tough series for you. I don't think you understand how tough this series is because the Timberwolves are guys who can shoot that thing. And when Ant gets cooking, you in trouble. And don't let Rudy Gobert have a game. Julius Randle, do you watch what they got? He can't play better because he can't speed up. Because he gonna get his pockets capped like he did last night. I'm telling you. They don't have a point guard. They dancing violently on the top of the key. They're putting themselves in a no man win situation. It's not a good series for them. And you don't want to go 6 and 7 games with no Timberwolves in the first round. That's not the ticket to winning. That's not the mark of a legit team. LeBron old, I'm telling you, the longer the series goes, the worse it is for LA. You you don't want because when you gotta start going 5 and 6, you go 6, 7 games in series early, you're not a championship team. And I'm not stuttering when I say that. You're gonna see what I mean. This is a tough series for them. It's tough because the Timberwolves are athletic and on cats. Yes, yes. It goes about maybe 5 or 6, but yes, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because AD cancels out Julius Randle. AD makes them have to come inside, and he goes in and out. They're gonna miss him against these athletic teams. They're gonna miss what he does. Of course, you're gonna miss a low post guy who can go 35, 40. Shoot. Jarvis Hayes ain't gonna get you no. I watching Mr. Hayes, right? I don't know in a month if he can do 40 and 12. I said a month. I see AD do that in a game. They don't get that kind of productivity in the box. They in trouble. I'm telling you. Better be lucky Rudy Gobert is gone soft. Better be lucky Rudy Gobert ain't that kind of dog. Because if he could have any kind of offense, if he could put up 15 and 12 every night, you're smoked. You better be lucky. They got too many weapons that they can do. And you got to slow the game down. Hopefully you get physical. But if Ant gets loose, you in trouble. And they gonna blow your butt out. They haven't even blew your butt out like properly. They still got one more blowout in. When a team is putting up first game 117, last night 116, you're not equipped for no championship run. You're not equipped. You got to slow that game all the way down and hope they have an off night. If they come the right way, it's not gonna be a good look. It's a bad look for you. That's my message to Laker fans. This is not a good series for you. Just like the Clippers aren't a good series for Denver. Mm-mm. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. My thoughts and takes. Appreciate that, man. Thank you always for the donation. Thank you, Jay Will. Um, I think that there's a couple of things that come to mind. I think he needed his daddy to take a job in the NFL because I noticed all them heads on ESPN was like, take a job, take a job. He don't want to coach the Giants. He don't want to coach any of those teams, and they're making an example out of him. I want to know how come nepotism doesn't work for a guy who proved himself in college as opposed to a guy like um Bronny James who doesn't look like he belongs. Make it make sense. So there's a real interesting situation going on here. And I think because they wanted his daddy to be part of it and he refused to do it. So I think there's something at work. And it seems to be this is not normal. You can draft anybody. And even if think about when Michael Sam got drafted and they made a big deal about his, personal, but he got drafted by the Rams. You gonna tell me Shador can't get drafted? That no one's gonna take a chance on him? There's something at work here. And maybe they don't like the fact that he flaunts his wealth. He's NIL. He's probably the first NIL, you know, guy that won the guy. I don't know, but you can't tell me. I think he could do good if he got a chance. I can't tell you who can play on that level because everything is systematic. Let me tell you what I mean. Did I think Patrick Mahomes was going to be like this? No. Tom Brady? Nope. Russell Wilson? Nope. Lamar Jackson? Nope. But it's called opportunity. You can make guys look like there's something. Let me tell you like this. If Baker Mayfield still got a job, Shador should get an opportunity. Let me tell you another thing. If um Tim Tebow, and he couldn't even properly throw the ball. So they made him work. John Fox made him look like he was something. So, take that good what you want. Make that take what you want. You know. Hold on a second. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Okay, I am back. Can you hear me? Give me a one if you can hear me. Give me a one if you can hear me. If you're still there, let me know. I think he doesn't. He just has to. It's called repetition when you get to the pros. But I don't understand why he won't get an opportunity. I'm baffled. I'm baffled. I'm baffled because I think it's an insult that he's not getting an opportunity. I've seen some busters get opportunities. We give Johnny Manziel and Cats didn't even play but 2 or 3 years. So why he can't get opportunity? 40 years ago, I would have said because he black, because they were funny. And I said that 30 years ago, because Charlie Ward, Turner Gill, NFL reputation with black quarterbacks coming out. Huh. It wasn't that long ago. It wasn't that long ago. Even Bill Polian, when Lamar Jackson had won a league MVP, would still say, won't he be a tailback? So it wasn't that long ago. I just think he should get an opportunity. You gonna tell me with a straight face that he can't go and quarterback anything that the Raiders got? That he can't quarterback anything that the Steelers ain't got? Anything that the Giants, and don't tell me about the Giants because Russell Wilson and Jameson Winston at this stage is like two stooges. And with that DeVito, come on now. Don't insult my intelligence. Every guy has growing pains. They don't like him, they don't like his ego, they don't like his whatever. I'm like, man, look, all these guys got arrogance. That's all. So I'm not trying to hear it. Some troll got his last cell phone number and called him as a sense. I would imagine it's something personal, but I don't want to hear anything about because he's you know, it's a draft. Doesn't mean you even gonna even get signed. It's just that you get drafted. There have been worse cats that sucked that got opportunities. Like I always tell everybody who asks me, and I know it might not sound like I'm being genuine when I say this. Drafts don't really mean nothing. I mean, obviously there are certain guys that you're gonna draft top picks, but they really don't mean nothing because it's all system based. So if a guy goes to a team, we won't know what he's really about until we see him play. We have no idea of knowing how good he is or how he stacks up. We don't know. We don't know. You get these heads on sticks that says, well, he runs a 4-4 and he does all that. That doesn't mean nothing until you're actually playing. So I don't know what all that mess be meaning. That's for other people that, want to act like they are deep. They don't know no more than I do, you know. The Saints should consider him though. I mean, if call it who's well, I still keep up. I mean, I keep up where, when it comes to bowl times. I was aware of Cam Ward, who looked good, Hunter. I was aware of those cats. I'm aware of them because I watch bowls. But the thing is this: it's hard to say who's going to do what because there's so many things that have to come into place. No, I still watch college because I do like my bowl games, and I did have rooting interest with Michigan. I keep up enough so when we talking about 5 or 6 dudes, I can tell you. And Cam Ward, I did watch him for Miami, and he did look good, you know. But I can't say how his pro career is gonna be because listen, if Tennessee drafts you, you know they gonna stink for a couple years. So I don't know what you're gonna. I watched CJ Stroud, and CJ has promise, but you can tell he's still young. So he's still very much a work in progress. So It just is a different feel, that's all. Yeah. I don't have a full investment, but I have enough to, you know, to be aware. At least she didn't say when Reggie Bush was destroying it. But again, college is a different hit, though. That's a different hit. How you doing? What's up, Dakota? Appreciate you. Yeah, you know what I tell you about Penn State. As long as you don't have to play Michigan and Ohio State, you probably would be a national champion every other year. Appreciate you coming through, Dakota. Problem is, you lose those two games. They always lose those two games. And I know Franklin, that Coach Franklin be doing his best, but they always got those two losses. That's why they never can get past their own selves. They're 11-2 for real, 10-2 for real, legit, but they just can't finish up. So, you know, it's past disgusting because it seems like it's vindictive. It seems like there's something sinister at work. It makes no sense. It makes no sense at all. I've seen worse. And like I said before, Mel Kiper, who I don't really think much of him at all, but he is absolutely right in this regard. Because you can draft anybody. Now, it's just a matter what you're gonna do with them, but you can draft anybody. But what did Sanders say so disgusting or so bad? I think it's because they wanted his daddy to come to the NFL. And they wanted they actually felt like they were gonna get out of him what they wanted to get out of LeBron and Bronny. That's what they was hoping. So, but this is embarrassing for the NFL. You'll never get Dion to come to the NFL now. I think that's what this was. It's a message sent. That's what I read into it. If I read the room. Excuse me. Just get myself together. Listen, a lot of people get viruses if you stomach ache, then don't play. He made that 3-pointer over Ant. There was no virus when he made that long distance shot. It's the bottom line is the real virus is that Timberwolves pressure putting that pressure on his butt. When Ant stole that rock from him, put that dunk on him, what's the virus there? I understand all the talk around Shador, but I think there's relevance to not wanting the attention and drama for backup QB thoughts. I just think that his situation has got more to do with nepotism. Sometimes it working, sometimes it's not. And I think there's more going on. Let me say this. Denzel Washington had his son in the NFL for a moment with the Rams and with the tryout. You can get your children to try out. You do it all the time. Austin Reed, but Rivers in basketball with Doc. It's cross sports. It's a job. If he sucks, you just say sucks and you're done with it. You don't make an example out of somebody. I think this was deeper. And think they wanted Dion to be a coach and he refused. And I think this is their get back because it's got nothing to do with Shador's skill set. Except he never did take it upon himself to score. He didn't have to do everything else. All he had to do was hold his own. And that's not a burden to score. If you can score with the best of them, actually, it makes you look pretty superior. He can say all that mess he want to say. All I got to say to Scotty Tissue is 2000 against Shaq, Game 7 in LA, 15-point lead, but you choked. Shaq hanging on the rim from that pass from Kobe, and your butt lost. Take that L. You can say all that mess you want to say. That's the one that we remember. If he really had to do everything else, then how come he didn't want to go get his own team? Always crying and sniveling. 30 years later. You're gonna be an old folks home when you're about 90. I did everything. Yeah, what did you do? But how did it turn out in Portland? That's how I remember you. I'll let you say that about Chicago to an extent, even though I know better because I watched. Jordan did do Jordan did run things and Jordan did had told you to tighten up and toughen up. But what happened when Jordan wasn't there? I understand the phantom call in 94. Tony Kukoc did save your butt hitting the game winner, but you pouted and mounted. And then in 95, when he was coming before he came back, they were barely a 500 team. How that look, Scotty? What have you done? You did get to the Western Conference Finals, but you choked that away. Game 7 against Shaq and Field. Kobe was on the come up. Imagine if you win that, you beat Bird and you beat Reggie Miller. If I wish he did carry somebody, I didn't remember that. He wasn't tired of cashing in those checks. He wasn't tired of them trophies. He was never on Jordan's level. So people need to stop with that mess alone. He could hang and play, but he wasn't no Jordan. He's trying to rewrite history all the time. That's what he be doing. Oh, Scotty Tissue. Always crying. Give him some tissue. Where my tissue paper at? Better hope I don't find some tissue. They fool. Well, would he be worse than Trey Lance? Could he be worse than Trey Lance? I mean, come on now. They got rid of Trey Lance. If you can halfway see over the middle and you don't try to throw behind your man by 2 inches, you can't do no worse than Trey Lance. And Trey Lance, a big old running quarterback. I mean, Shador should get an opportunity. There's too many opportunities he should be getting. That makes no sense. I don't like what I'm seeing at all. So I'm not feeling it. I'm looking for some tissue for Scotty Pippen. Where's some tissue? Anybody got some Kleenex? Where you at, Scotty? Some. It's a what am I, Scotty tissue. No, that's a mask. I need some tissue. Where you at? Here's some tissue for Scotty Pippen. There's some Scotty Pippen tissue. All that tissue. There you go. Make sure you tell everybody I brought out the Scotty tissue on the live stream. So it's for Scotty Pippen. All that crying and revisit history you be doing. You had to do everything. Yeah, okay. How it turn out, Scotty? Let's talk about Portland in 2000. Let's see what you remember, if you can remember that far back. Shaq hung on the rim after y'all were about 15. You had Steve Smith on your team. You had Serbia, Sabonis, Rasheed Wallace, Damon Stoudemire. Come on now. But you didn't have enough to win. You were about 15, fourth quarter. Like you had a chance to, make a shot, couldn't do it. So, yeah, let's see what you got. Yeah, he played his best ball in Toronto, if you want my honest opinion. And I thought Sabonis was a better guard than him in Portland. I didn't think he did all right, but I liked him better in Toronto, if I'm honest. I didn't really care for him in Portland. Yeah, he rode the pine for about 2 or 3 years, but he got better when he got to the Pacers by the time, but I would not hold it against him. They had Rasheed Wallace. They had enough to beat the Lakers that year. There's no excuse for blowing a 15-point lead in LA. And see, that's why I hold against Scottie Pippen. You ever ask me where he ranks all time? Had he beaten the Lakers and he goes and beat Reggie Miller and Larry Bird and them and wins the chip, he's top 5 ever. But now he's somewhere between 38 and 49 for me. And that's how I look at him. And since he was never a top scorer, he's delusion in his mind. I can't do nothing with him. This cat is mad delulu. Because if you didn't see him play, I mean, he had all round game, but he didn't score enough. And he wasn't going to be this dude. I mean, I don't know what he goes on about. He was a strong sidekick. Okay, I got 20 more minutes before I got to roll. That's why guys who actually lived here don't hear him. No, because when he went to the Rockets, all he did was say Charles was fat, which is true, but Barkley was old. I mean, them guys got together in Houston, they were past the pool date. That was not gonna happen. Barkley did play good in that playoffs against the Lakers, by the way. Scottie Pippen never had that kind of situation. But he up here wanna act like, you know, "No, I didn't see that. I wouldn't have done it if I was him." And not because I say hold your name in pride, but because that's gonna be a tough road there, yo. That's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough. Cause can he you're coming actually behind Steve McNair. Can you do anything there? I don't know. I think you keep Warren Moon's jersey retired because of the racial significance of what happened there. Let it been a reminder. That's just my take. But thank you for letting me know that though. I don't know what to make of that because again, once he gets to the pros, I have to see how he play. When you play in college, it's a night and day to the pros. The biggest thing is the teammates, the structure, the styling, the packages, the so on. And Tennessee sucks so bad, so I don't know. We will see. So, but I think, respect Warren Moon, but it's gonna be tough going there though. Let me tell you, it's gonna be tough. The one thing they got going from that division is kind of putrid. So Indy, I don't know what to expect out that division. I really don't know. Again, we'll see. Because Anthony Richardson, they're gonna be his third year, and last year he talking about he was too tired to start. That was some crackhead thing, and then um, I don't know what to expect. In Jacksonville, Trevor Lawrence looking old and busted already. They look busted. I don't know. CJ Stroud look he hit a sophomore slump. There's just some things I'm seeing. Okay. All right. 50% saying it's not. Good poll though. Keep on hitting that poll question, hitting them likes. Come on in. Thank you for the poll questions. 50%. I struck a chord with this one. I really do believe I did because I do think there's truth in it. And it's looking very suspect why he won't get drafted. And he ain't the worst I've seen. Well, they know that their guys are getting older and they got to make some moves. But I still think that, uh, I have to see where it goes with that though. They're trying to pound and get physical. We'll see. They don't need a lot of tweaking. They just need Kyle Shanahan to get his game plan right when it comes money time. That's like, first of all, we can put y'all in January, but can he finish what he starts? That's the problem because them choke jobs he done with 2 Super Bowls and MC championship game. That's the problem. I think if you're a Niners fan, you're like, okay, Kyle Shanahan, can you finish what you start? That's the problem. Do you talking about Jimmy Butler? He probably might could, but it's gonna be a tough game. It's a tough series for them. That's not a good series for them because Dame doesn't fit Milwaukee. He wants to shine in profile. He don't fit. Are so lucky that Giannis is the way Giannis is. Because if Giannis uh if Giannis doesn't play like 35-15 and play out of mind, they're gonna lose that series. Because Kyle Kuzma and them throwing up donuts, Brooke Lopez, I mean, y'all are not even showing up. It's a tough series for I know I just see it. I think Golden State, that's a tough Houston's a tough series for them with you know. Where's your Terrell Davis at though? That's what changed Shanahan's career though with Denver when they got Terrell Davis. So when you show me a Terrell Davis, where's that at? Mm, Actually, Kyle has actually had better success though than his dad. He camped out in NFC Championship games. Now that was that one NFC Championship game they lost the 49ers where they ran out of quarterbacks. Then they had the one where they choked against the Rams. 4, 2 Super Bowls. And Jimmy Garoppolo and Brock Purdy couldn't carry John Elway's teeth. So now Kyle's had more impressive. Denver had more talent, but Elway was a better quarterback. But so no, Kyle got he missing it. He missing it. He's missing the finish line. So, because Kyle got to look at that thing and say, "Look, I should have beaten Kansas City at least one of them Super Bowls, if not both." And listen, if he had those 2 chips right now, they'd be talking about him as some guru. They'd be putting him in the same sentence with Landry and Shula. To be young to have that. That has to be on the back of his mind. You didn't choke 2 Super Bowls and an NFC Championship game. You've been to 4 NFC Championship games. You had the best talent. You were Philly before Philly. You had it. So I'm glad for you in the draft, but I don't know how much more y'all can take with that guy. I don't know. The Bucks are not good enough to beat the Pacers. I tell you, if the Pacers win the next game, that series is over. Donald. What Donald? Donald's? Mm, I don't know about. Oh, Sam Donald. Okay. I'm gonna leave that alone. We don't know about Sam Donald's career. We really don't know the totality. All I'm gonna say is if you're a 49er fan, you gotta have a thin line now with him. It's like, okay, we've done this already. And we know that we don't have 2 more Super Bowl losses and another NFC championship blown in our career. We hope not. I hope not. We don't, but something's going on. He's got to. No, I don't know. I just don't look at it like that. I'm not big on Sam Donald. So I just think Kyle Shanahan is underachieved. I'm glad that's not my team and my coach because I have a problem with him. I'd have a problem with him, so I can't really tolerate him. So that's my problem right there. So anyway, yeah, the flu all right. I saw Anthony Davis put that gave him a recipe to go to bed with that dunk on him. He dunked on it behind. That's a bad matchup for them. They're gonna have their work cut out for them against Minnesota. They're gonna have their work cut out. Tough series. Tough series. Think it's gonna be tough. If you're a Laker fan, it ain't gonna be no 5, and it ain't gonna be no 6. It's gonna be tough to win this series. The longer it goes, the tougher it is. Austin Reeves gotta ball out or they're in trouble, and they gotta hope that their bench can cover them somewhere because 'cause they're really in trouble. Not a good series for them. Bucks and Magic. To back to what? The Bucks are if Giannis doesn't play out his mind, they're not winning nothing. Yeah, the sad part is you say no one by default, but how many times you blew 2 Super Bowls? You blew 2 Super Bowls. So, if you're cool with that, that's on you. I wouldn't be cool with that. Not the way you lost them. I wouldn't be excited about the Bucks or the Magic because I don't think Orlando's gonna beat Boston, and I don't think Milwaukee's good enough to beat the Pacers if Giannis doesn't have those heroic 35, 40 games. They won a game, but they gotta do so much to make that serious, and you gotta do all that in round 1. That's not the mark of good teams. Okay. So I'll be on for just a few more minutes because I've been almost an hour. I thought I'd come on here, do an hour chat today. The poll is going great though, 58% saying no. Got quite a few heads coming through though. Glad to see everybody that came through. Glad we avoided the trolls though. I will probably back tomorrow, definitely Monday. So anyway, got some good questions. So I don't know. I think there's more to it than just that. I think he should have been drafted, but that's just me. And I could be wrong, just saying. So anyway, I think there's a lot more to it. But anyway, we going to, yeah. Mhm. Rockets. Rockets. Because I don't think Golden State, Jimmy Butler, no Jimmy Butler, that defense, Udoka's putting the pressure on them. So I think it's gonna be tough. I don't I don't like I think they need another scorer and the physicality is gonna wear them down. But if Golden State does win, then they're going all the way to the Western Conference Finals. If they beat Houston with or without Jim Butler, but I just think it's too much. I think Udoka knows too many things physical. So we'll see. But I like the Rockets better though. I think the old guys, I'm respecting what Kawhi is doing, but I think the new guard's taking over. Yes, LeBron can still play, but you need too many things to work your way. Steph can still play. You need too many things to work your way. So anyway, appreciate all the poll numbers. Everything's looking good, 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 good. He been in Kerr's doghouse all year. I don't know. You telling me something that all of a sudden they gonna give him some love when he's been in the doghouse? I don't know. We will see. Anyway, I'll be on for a couple more minutes, and I gotta get rid of roll. Been on for an hour. I'll be in for a couple more minutes. I will be back tomorrow or Monday. We'll talk more. Sure, there'll be some more interesting headlines that come through. Appreciate everybody that came through today, though. It's definitely been. You think I should? If you want me to come back later, give me a 1. And it wouldn't be for like, I probably wouldn't be on for like, I got to make a run or 2. So it will be for like 2 to 3 hours from now. If you want me back, give me a 1. But it won't be for like 2 or 3 hours from now because I got to do a couple of things. So if I don't get no buzz from nobody, then it's tomorrow. But if I get some buzz from some folks, I'll come back. Well, Golden State's got to figure like Kamingas they have to figure out a way to get physical. They too small. And Curry's at a stage where he needs all the Buddy Hield is the X factor. Just like Austin Reeves the X factor for Lakers, Buddy Hield's the X factor in this series. He got to get off, and he done gone cold. They gotta find a way to get some scoring. When they beat Houston, they can out physical and they can spread. But if they get caught up where it's one on one and Houston is able to dictate and get physical with them and they can't get their spots, it's a tough series. That's what I'm talking about. He has to show off, show out. And I don't get the feeling that's in his DNA. I think he peaked week 1, 2. So that's all. Anyway, I might come back on, but that's my thoughts right there. The guys that are real third options have to come up. And that's what's separating what I'm seeing with the Clippers. That's what the Clippers are able to do. That's what the Celtics are able to do. When you got veteran laden teams, you have to have others. And that's what's missing. So anyway, that's my thoughts and take on that. But I might come back definitely tomorrow. So anyway, I'm gonna call it a day right now. Appreciate everyone that came through. And stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. Thanks for everybody to hit the likes, hit the poll question. And we're gonna see what happens with Shador. I think there's more that's going on with this though. I think definitely there's something that doesn't seem right. So we will definitely, we'll see how tonight's playoff go too. Yeah, I'll probably come back tomorrow though. If I don't get no buzz tonight, if someone doesn't hit me up on, let me send me a message if y'all want me to come back, let me know. Cause I have ways to reach me. So if y'all want to do it, let me know. If not, I'll come back tomorrow. But anyway, I'm gonna send off for right now. So peace, the best. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free, stay true. Take care of you. Or we catch you. Peace. I'm out.